Well, it remains a mystery, and first of all, it was just an incredible, auditory experience. I think just without overthinking it, it was a pretty cool thing to have happened. But what actually happened with Bill was, sending out these playbacks from this really loud speaker, and then 12 seconds later, you'd hear everything come back, often even the voices that were being said before, and we don't really know where that was bouncing off of or what the reflections. We have a pretty good guess, but we're not so sure yet. So between myself and, there's at least like 4 different cooks in that kitchen, right? Between Richard and, Robert and Ralph and Michael and myself, we all had different guesses. But I think it really did just sort of, one of 2 things could have happened. It could have, certainly went down through the air somewhere, and then how it came back is another thing. Maybe it came back reflected through the air. Maybe it went further and came back through the pipe. We don't know. We have to actually look at a plan of the LHC, see what it's made up of and where. But whatever it was pretty cool. It was just a really cool thing to hear.
Bill, you knew that when you acoustically excited the LHC, something was going to happen, but you didn't know exactly what. What was your initial reaction to what happened yesterday?
Well, my intuition was that acoustically exciting the LHC was going to be the most interesting way to do it, because it bypasses the limitations of mechanical connections between different sections of the big machine. And I was uncertain as to what the acoustic properties of the tunnels were and how they would react to a sound being projected from this large, powerful PA speaker. Before I ever came to CERN, and I discussed this actually with John Meyer, he thought that the reflections would cancel each other out in the tunnel. So he didn't think there was going to be much reverberation, but I think quite the opposite happened. I had an intuition about something, the path to go in, and it really exceeded all my expectations about it.
To me, were also quite surprising and startling, which was, the one that I remember the most was when you would stop the sound, you start and stop the sound just to hear the transients down the tunnel. Just how the sort of the low ends would reverberate in different ways, going down in either way down the tunnel. It seemed like going to the left, it would have a different, just sort of lasted for longer, and then the moment where I was very startled at how far down the tunnel the signal traveled. That was very surprising to me as well. None of that was, all of that was a very interesting and surprising.
Well, I think that especially the 12.5 second delay from the source was really sort of startling and kind of inexplicable in a way.
Yeah, just that experience of actually seeing it resonate in a particular way, or just some tiny fraction of it because it's huge echo. I mean, you would never be able to reproduce something like that anywhere else other than down there in that tunnel, and it just sort of made it a little bit more real and concrete to me.
One last question. Can you talk about your desire to send this other places, and also to have a reciprocal nature between the places that you send the sound to and then maybe taking sounds from those places?
Well, in the discussions I had with Ariane about doing a big global project for the 60th anniversary of CERN in 2014, September 2014.
You've seen that it's possible, so I guess now you just have to, start pushing people to make it happen.
Yeah.